Welcome back, Fantasy Faithful. I'm Amber Storm with your Week 10 Fantasy Football Chaos Report. This week delivered more comebacks, collapses, and plot twists than a telenovela marathon. If you thought Week 9 was wild, Week 10 said, "Watch this," and proceeded to redraw the entire playoff picture with a Sharpie. Devin, what's the word from the top?
Well, Amber, revenge is a dish best served cold. Unstopper Joe is back on top. After last week's shocking loss ended his 6-week winning streak, Joe said, "Okay, I'm done with this losing shit," and reclaimed the throne at 7-3, moving up one spot to first place. Not only did he win, but he posted the weekly high score like he was making a statement to the entire league. This is the kind of bounce-back performance that gets you a 30 for 30 documentary. One week you're dethroned, the next week you're wearing the crown again and dropping 140-plus points like it's nothing. This man said, "You thought I was done," and proceeded to remind everyone why he's that guy. We probably shouldn't talk about resurrection considering Jose just got closer to it. However, this is Phoenix rising from the ashes energy, except the Phoenix also happens to be on fire and coming for everyone's playoff dreams. But we need to talk about the fall of certified Baylors. After a legendary 5-week winning streak that saw them climb to first place, the Baylors lost this week and dropped one spot to second place in the standings. The dynasty has ended. The streak is over. The marriage power-up finally ran out of juice like a phone battery at 2%. This is giving Empire Strikes Back vibes where the good guys take an L, except instead of Han Solo getting frozen in carbonite, it's your playoff positioning getting icy. Still 7-3 though, so don't cry for them just yet. They're still very much in this.
Rise to the occasion stayed at third, but finally broke that 2-week losing streak, improving to 6-4. After watching his 7-week reign collapse into a 2-week nightmare, Rice got back in the win column like a man possessed. You're not dead yet. This is the kind of "I'm still here" performance that keeps you relevant. Now the question is, can you string together another win, or was this just a fluke? I'm watching you, Rice. Don't disappoint me. Meanwhile, the middle of this league has become an absolute war zone. Green Bowl Packers stayed at fourth, but dropped to 5-5 with a 3-week losing streak. 3 straight L's is the kind of slide that makes your hands sweaty and your playoff odds evaporate faster than your patience during a DMV visit. You had the early season highs, but now you're in full spiral mode. This is the Titanic iceberg collision scene. Everyone knows it's bad, but we're all just watching it happen in slow motion. And check out my boy Saquon Pinheiro, jumping 2 spots to 5th at 5-5 with a 3-week winning streak. Look at this absolute legend clawing back from the depths. 3 straight wins. That's not just a hot streak. That's a full-blown resurrection story. You went from "maybe I should just tank for draft picks" to "maybe I'm making the playoffs in 3 weeks. This is the kind of redemption arc that deserves its own Netflix series called How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Waiver Wire. Keep this up and I might actually pick up the next time you ring.
The Galveston Dolphin Sharks climbed one spot to 7th, finally breaking that brutal 3-week losing streak. You were drowning, now you're treading water. The middle 4 positions, 4th through 7th places, are all 5-5. 5-5. That's not a playoff race. That's a demolition derby where everyone's car is already smoking. One of you is making it, one of you isn't, and chaos will decide which is which. You're in the thick of the race whether you like it or not. Zoo dropped 2 spots to 8th at 4-6 and is now on the wrong side of 500. Come on, my dude! This slide continues like a water slide that just keeps going down. You went from 4-4 with hope to 4-6 with dwindling playoff chances faster than a celebrity marriage. Time to make some desperate moves, dog.
Alimony still needs to be paid, so I guess we'll continue to cover the shitty end of the league. It's still a dumpster fire, but at least it's not a military burn pit. There's movement. Obi-Wan Jacoby stayed at 9th, but has a 3-week winning streak at 4-6. 3 straight wins from the John. A bit more like this, and you might get out of the crapper. You're still 4-6 and probably not making playoffs, but at least you're fighting. If you do make it out, make sure to pull the TP off your shoe. That's just tacky. And then there's Antonio Rangel. Still dead last at 2-8 with no sign of life, not even straining. Antonio won 1 game 2 weeks ago, reminded us all what hope feels like, and then promptly lost the next 2 games. He flushed yet another week away, posting the weekly low score for the 3rd time this season, and the 3rd time in the last 5 weeks. At this point, you're not just bad. You're historically, monumentally, toilet-explodingly bad. You're the fantasy football equivalent of the 2008 Detroit Lions going 0-16, except somehow sadder because at least they had each other. I can't believe they pay me to talk about how bad you suck.
The bottom line, Unstoppa Joe reclaimed his throne with authority writing birthday wishes and the weekly high. Certified Baylor's 5-week streak ended in heartbreak. The 5-5 middle pack is a 4-way cage match for playoff spots. Saquon My Pinheiro is the hottest team in the league with a 3-week winning streak and a 2-spot jump, and Antonio is still Antonio, which is to say, losing and posting weekly lows like it's his job. Week 11 is coming, and playoff spots are being decided right now. Will Unstoppa Joe stay on top? Can Certified Baylor's bounce back? Can Rice stick to the top teams and win again? Will the 5-5 teams figure out who's actually good? Stay tuned because we're entering the final stretch, and the drama is thicker than the gravy at Thanksgiving dinner.